hang on a second. I just want to make sure that my alarm is working so that in the morning, there it is. Here, yeah, okay, all right, we're good. Stop. Cool. Hi. How'd you sleep last night? Apparently sleep habits are what we're taking away from yesterday, so sure. Let's start there. Marcell Ozuna was a late scratch from the lineup because, as it turns out, he overslept by a fairly significant margin. Now, if you have never ever overslept or ever been late for anything in your life, like, props to you, but you're 1 in a million, basically, and sure, you deserve a little pat on the back, so go ahead, take your moment. But this is a thing that happens, though, to a lot of otherwise very responsible human beings. And this notion that, well, now fans have a good reason to bail on him is absolutely mind-boggling to me. He overslept. And he paid the price. I mean, most teams will have a fine associated with this sort of thing, so it was more than just not playing yesterday. He paid the price, he owned up to it, move on. I mean, he didn't hurt anyone. He didn't disparage the team or the city. He overslept. And if that is evidence of a character flaw now, yikes. There are a lot of people in this world who just got a whole lot shadier. But it happened that one time in Miami. It's a habit now. Is it though? Because it happened twice in a 3-year span? If it happens again this summer, then sure, maybe we talk about it more then. But I just can't get over how outraged people are about this. Maybe it's just me. I mean, I was raised by a mom who was never ever late for anything, and I have a grandma who believes that you're late if you're not 5 minutes early. Somehow I missed that gene. Seriously, if I have to be somewhere and it's really important, I will literally set 6 different alarms. And they all have different sounds, or I will sleep through all of them. I even have to change the sound of my regular alarm, which, by the way, there are always at least 2 every morning. And I have to change that alarm sound every couple of months, or my body will literally just absorb the sound and I won't even wake up. It's kind of pathetic, but it's also my reality. And honestly, sometimes I'm late. But I think you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who knows me who would call me irresponsible. And from the sounds of things, Ozuna's teammates are not really worried about this revealing some character flaw either. Highly out of character, they said. He's a great teammate, they claim, and he couldn't be more regretful. But people outside the clubhouse? What a lazy bum. He obviously doesn't care. He gets paid millions of dollars to play baseball, and this is how he treats that opportunity? I knew the Cardinals shouldn't have traded for him in the first place. What? Now the Cardinals, maybe no one more than Mike Matheny himself, have some heartbreaking history with players not showing up to work, sending someone after them, and finding out that something terrible did happen. So maybe this is more like the situation where a parent is worried about a kid who doesn't get home on time. And as soon as they show up and they're okay, then they get real angry real fast. How dare you do this to me? Don't you ever scare me like that again. That's just the reaction that happens when you're worried and then you find out it's all okay. Then, you hug and cry a little bit and it's all fine. Now, if you're one of those people that's super offended by lateness, I apologize. I'm not really trying to single you out. I mean, that might not be entirely true, but mostly. I just think we all need to, take a breath and maybe prioritize things other than Marcell Ozuna being late yesterday. So anyway, yesterday, the Cardinals lost. And some people think it was my fault. See, I didn't watch most of the Flaherty start. I didn't watch any of the Michaelis shutout. So there's this growing feeling that I am bad luck. I won't be able to watch the game on Friday, so I guess we'll test that theory then. But nonetheless, both Michael Wacha and Jacob Junis were solid yesterday. Junis and his wicked slider went 5 innings, giving up 2 runs. Wacha went 6 2/3, striking out 6 and also giving up 2 runs, although just one of them earned. So what did this game come down to? Well, ultimately, it came down to Bud Norris attempting to pitch 2 innings, again, and giving up 3 runs in the top of the 10th. Now, the argument could have been made for letting Sam Tuivailala pitch to more than one batter. to get the last out of the 7th. And you could also have argued for Jordan Hicks to pitch another inning after he went through the 8th on just 7 pitches, all of which were strikes, by the way, including 2 strikeouts. Easily, in my book, that was the best Hicks outing of the year. But Norris wouldn't have had to stretch to 2 innings if the Cardinals' offense could have scored against any one of the not great Royals relievers, but especially against Blaine Boyer in the 9th, who has an 11+ ERA. He's not good. But turns out, while the Cardinals' offense might be better, it's still definitely not fixed. So the Cardinals lost in 10, and they lost the series to one of the worst teams in baseball. But yeah, Ozuna being late is definitely the thing we should talk about the rest of the off day.